Hi, I'm Lorraine. Welcome to the District Yoga and welcome to your myofascial practice today. We're going to get into the quadriceps today, which is really this huge muscle along the front of your thighs. We're going to do one at a time, and you will need at least one myofascial ball. You might want to have two nearby because it is such a strong, powerful muscle. It's often one that feels a little tender when you get into it. So I'm going to give you the option to either use one ball. We're going to essentially work our way from the knee up towards the upper third of the quadricep. So again, if you are going to use one ball, we're going to start at the towards the knee. You're not going to be on the knee. We're just going to be right just above, really that kind of lower third of your quadricep. And then we're going to work our way up. We're going to really kind of draw our body down so that the ball moves up along this area. And then we're going to come to that upper third. As you come up, you might want to use two balls if it is too intense. Also, if it is way too intense, you can always bring a blanket or a towel over those balls and it will lessen the tenderness around that area. So know yourself, know that if you know your quadriceps are fairly tender, blankets are amazing to add to the balls. Two balls will really kind of dissipate the tension over that area. It just becomes a larger surface area that the muscle is on. So we're going to go to our bellies. And I'm probably going to mirror you. Actually, let's just both start on the left side. So come on to your belly. And again, I like to start with one. Once you get there, you can decide if you want two or not. But we're going to start on the left side. So just gently rock that ball down towards the knee. And again, you don't want to be on the knee. So if you did find the knee, just gently allow yourself to come up just above that. In option one for the arms, you're just going to create a pillow with your hands. Let the elbows come out wide. And just give yourself a couple moments just to land on that ball here. So you just place the ball right above that patella. And we're going to get into the lower quadrant of the quadriceps here. Really going to kind of work in thirds. So we'll say that this is the lower third. It's not in any specific place, just maybe something that feels a little tender. And for me, just know that the lower part feels less tender, and as you move up, again, for me, it feels a lot more tender as I move up the quadricep. Give yourself a couple moments here. Just let gravity do the work. Find your breath. Another option for the arms, if you wanted just a little bit more, maybe coming onto the forearms in kind of this loose sphinx pose. Your elbows are not right underneath your shoulders. It just adds a little more body weight to that ball. Take a couple breaths. If you're okay there, stay there. And if this felt like it was enough right away, you're going to stay here. I'm going to give you a couple more options to add a little movement to that lower third. So option one is just going to be to start to bend through that left knee and bring that left foot up towards the sky. Beautiful. We're going to just lower the foot back down. Find a few rounds. Whew. And you might make noises. That's okay. Just bending and lifting that foot, lowering it down. So we're finding a little bit more compression as we bend through that knee and lift the leg up. But also kind of shearing that ball in place. If you're okay there, just a couple more rounds. If you want just a little bit more, maybe flex through the foot and move the foot as it reaches up towards the sky, left to right. Sometimes instead of moving the foot, I like to move the knee so that I can cross fiber the tissues down there. Oh, goodness. Again, big muscles. You decide. Last couple breaths, maybe find some stillness with that leg reaching up. When you're ready, slowly lower that foot back down. And again, just take a couple breaths. Just let that land again. If you were on your forearms, lower down to your forehead. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Take a breath in. Big breath out. We're just going to press our body so that we lower the body and the ball lifts up to really kind of that second third. So 2/3 of the way up now. And you got a little bit of that rolling while you did that. Again, we didn't go super, super far. Maybe the pillow under your head with those hands. And again, maybe if this was already too intense, you add that second ball. Otherwise, just stay and let this land. Again, for me, as I move up the quadricep, it's definitely a lot more tender. Take a couple moments. If you're okay there, stay there. You could change the arms again if that felt right. And then we're going to bend through that knee. And again, this might feel a lot more intense. If you want to add that second ball, you still have the option to maybe lower that foot down. Whew. I'm definitely feeling this a lot more than my lower third. I might actually just stay. I think the movement might be a little too much for me today. So if you're moving, stay there for 3. If you wanted to add that side to side movement again, you could slowly lift that foot up, flex the toes, move side to side, or you can move the knee side to side just for 3, 2, and 1. If you do have the foot lifted, slow, gentle. Set that foot back onto the mat, the toes touch down. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Oh. Last couple moments. And we're going to come up into this last third, this last quadrant of our quadricep on the left side. Again, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to press our way down so that we come up on the ball. The ball lifts up, our body goes down. If you need to adjust any props, adjust them with you. Elbows wide, forehead falls onto that pillow of the hands. Stay here. Oh, goodness. Again, if you want to add that second ball, you just place it right next to the first one. And again, it just dissipates a little bit of tension as the surface area of the balls together gets a little bigger. I think I'm going to stay with both balls. You decide. And then again, if you're with me, go ahead and slowly lift that knee, lift that foot, bending the knee up towards the sky. Lower that back down. And if it was too intense, add the second ball or maybe even add a blanket. If you needed to stay, just stay. Holy smokes, this definitely is a big muscle as you feel that tenderness. Last 2. Last one, lift the foot up towards the sky, bend and flex through the foot. If you want that side to side motion, you can find it for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that foot back down. Take a couple moments. Beautiful. If you're with me, slowly remove both of those balls if you had to. Remove them off to the side. We're just going to stay here on our belly. Turn the cheek off to one side and just notice. Notice that left leg, any sensations that are happening there. That hydration coming back into the fascia, into that connective tissue. Maybe that left leg feels a little longer than the right. Maybe the leg or the quadricep feels a little flatter or more connected with your mat. Take an inhale. Stay there, exhale. And so we did lower ourselves down on our mat. If you'd like to reset and lift yourself back up towards the top of your mat, you can inchworm your way there. I'm actually going to flip sides so you can continue to see the ball here. And then again, grab those balls. I'm going to start with one. You could absolutely start with one or two, and then place that ball just above that knee. Let the elbows be wide. Let the toes fall onto the mat. Maybe catch your head on that pillow of the hands. Just transitioning to the right side here. Take a couple breaths. So again, you might be in a fairly different place than you were on the other side. And that's okay. We're just working through that whole area, right? It's a huge muscle. And you don't have to be in any particular place if you feel like, am I doing it right? As long as you feel some sensation, you're likely doing it right. There really is no right way. This practice is super experiential. If you wanted to pop onto the elbows, you could. And we're going to add that movement if you want it. Slowly start to bend through that knee, lifting that foot up. Lower that foot back down. Find a few rounds at your own pace, just up and down of that foot. Again, you might notice that this side feels different. Maybe it feels a little more tender. Maybe it feels a little less tender. If you did want to get that side-to-side motion, lift the foot up towards the sky, flex the foot, and then move that foot left to right. Or move, I'm just going to use that one ball as mine rolled away. Or move the knee. When you're ready, start to lower that leg back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you're ready, hands underneath the shoulders. Again, we're going to lower our body down. As we do, the ball lifts up to that upper third or maybe even halfway mark on your quadricep. That front of your thigh. Breathe. Just land there. If you needed to adjust or move that ball around a little bit to find a bit better or more tender spot, you could. If you wanted to come up onto the elbows, also an option. If you're with me, go ahead and bend through that knee, lift the foot up towards the sky. Lower it down. Just find your own pace, your own rhythm. Find that movement, that shearing of this huge muscle. Breathe. If you wanted that side to side, you could find it flexing that foot at the top or moving that knee at the bottom. Cross-fibering those tissues. Last inhale. For 2. Lower it back down, foot towards the mat. Just take a couple breaths. We're almost there, coming up on our last upper third of this quadricep. Breathe in. Massive breath out. Hands come underneath the shoulders again. We're just going to lower our body down as that ball comes up. And again, towards that upper third of the quadricep now. For me, definitely a little more intense as I work my way up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just let your body land onto that ball. Find that compression. Again, you could always prop up to the elbows if that was calling your name, and then bend through that knee. You could add a second ball if it was too intense. Lower it down, yes. Lift and lower. Oh, if you need to make any noises, make noises. Last couple breaths, moving that leg. If you needed to be in stillness, you could. If you did want the side to side, foot comes up towards the sky, and again, just side to side motion, cross fibering those tissues, maybe moving the knee. I feel like I get a little bit more movement over that huge muscle as I move the knee. Oh, yes. It feels so good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find stillness. Start to slowly lower that leg back down. Just last couple breaths. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Let that go. Remove that ball off to the side and just allow yourself to lay here. Just notice. Maybe the hands down by the side body this time. Cheek off to one side. Noticing the sensations through that right leg. Maybe that circulation, that warmth. If you'd like a Shavasana, feel free to stay here on your belly. Otherwise, bring the hands under the shoulders, press up through tabletop, and come to a seat. We will say that that is the official end of this quadricep practice. I hope you enjoyed. Namaste.